Hello and welcome back to Painting with a Wisp. Today I'm bringing you a speed paint of my new thumbnail for my series of Choo Choo Charles. So I started the recording a little late into the sketch. I started sketching out the train, Charles himself. You could actually see I have a little half-hidden reference art, so I can go and see, okay, this goes here, that goes this does that. Outside of that, I kind of just get started on the second sketch layer, adding more detail. I add in some veins for the eyes. I try to get his mouth. The problem with his mouth was he has a snaggletooth-esque grin. It's kind of hard to get that, so I ended up going with a more clean look. I drew in his eyebrows. I tried to get like that weird lumpy face look that he has. It's kind of reminiscent of Thomas the Tank Engine, but instead he's kind of like getting pushed out of it. His little stoppers and his light at the beginning. I at this point I realized, okay, this is a little too blocky sorry, it's a little too geometrical for me to do, so I'm gonna have to work a little bit in my confines. I had to use a straightening tool, and you'll actually see later on I start using like shape tools to kind of get the better those nice straight lines. I work on the legs, and then you may notice I draw a little thing at the bottom because I'm trying to get a better idea of how these legs would come out and where they would be placed. It's kind of tricky because I wanted to fit a good bit of him in there, but I also wanted to like use his legs to kind of set the scene, kind of frame it. I get started on the line work, and for some reason, I'm usually good about it, I could not get a good facial expression for our mascot, Wisp. I don't know why. I was having trouble. I kept trying to draw him out. Essentially what I was trying to do was him running in fear, and I tried to capture it. It's a little awkward looking because I guess I might have made him a little too low, but I think it works in the end. So I get a good line art of him, and then I keep going back to the mouth and then end up erasing it all because I wasn't happy with it. I decided to keep working on Charles to come back to it. So you can see I'm using a vector layer with the shape tool to kind of make it easier to get those nice clean shapes that I've been needing. I end up going and taking one eyebrow and copying it over and pulling it just because it was a little bit easier. I wanted a nice clean look, even though it's going to be hard to see. But so I was really happy with how the teeth were coming out in this section. It feels a little too cartoony, but it also kind of works with the style I was going for. I wanted to do the snaggled, like misshapen teeth, but for some reason I just couldn't get it to fit right with the mouth. So yeah, we go back into using the line tool. I start using it to kind of make some nice clean shapes for the train part itself. I'm trying to give it that nice clean look, so it's like, hey, this is actually like a straight. This is a train. This is not something that was drawn by hand. This is something that was made like using effort. So I'm working on the front part, trying to get that shape just right so it looks like his face is coming out of the front of the train. We work on the boxcar in the back, get everything set up. We do the chimney, start doing the wheels. The wheels were kind of a mild inconvenience because I was sitting here looking at them like, okay, this needs to be, something doesn't look right with these. I end up just scrapping the idea for a bit and coming back to it. I make his little stopper things. And I guess while we're doing all this, I can stop for a second and say this is actually a really fun little horror game. I would recommend it to people if you guys want to go check it out. It's called Choo Choo Charles. It took us, I want to say, like at most 4.5 hours to complete the whole game. It was on sale for $20 during the winter sale, but now I think it is $20. I think it was on sale for $15. But yeah, this was actually a really cool little horror game. We essentially we didn't 100% it, but we like 95% it. And the only two achievements that I missed were maxing out one of our train's stats and then getting all the stats maxed out. You may notice I'm coming back and I'm doing the legs. I'm trying to make sure the legs look clean. It's kind of hard to get like a nice spider leg look for some reason. I don't know why I was having trouble with it. I guess because of the framing situation I put myself in. I tried to make the legs at least look like they're coming out of the train itself and framing the thing so it's like coming on the sides. It's drawing your eye to the center where you're seeing Charles and you're seeing Wisp. Circling back around to it, you may notice I'm kind of cheating a little bit with the wheels, but as I always say, art's not a fair fight, so do what you gotta do. Cleaning up the line art, trying to make sure it looks clean, nothing sticking out like it's not supposed to be. I end up going for like a weird serrated edge on the ends of the legs, trying to give it a more of a he goes to stab you with it look. But yeah, game's fun. I recommend it to people if you want to play like a simple, fun horror game. It's essentially open world. You could do whatever you could do. Well, no, you can't do whatever. You can ride the train track with your own train. Occasionally, you'll have to fight my boy Charles here. Have to go around, do a few quests. It's honestly fun. It's fun. I'm actually uploading this to the main YouTube channel, which is why you actually are seeing this video right now. So I finally decided, screw it. I got situated with the mouth, and then all the zooming in and out. I'm trying to make sure everything's in the right layer. I usually do a nice gray drop in the background, so I can essentially, if I miss a spot with some color, I can see it a lot clearer. I pulled up Wisp's my current color reference thing. I just use my angry emote because it's actually kind of easy. The colors are really easy to grab and see. So I got a little lazy with the coloring. I ended up just using the paint bucket tool to kind of fill in spots and then go through it with a brush to get any small little corners that I missed. Alright. So yeah, I got a little lazy. I ended up filling in some more detail because this is awkward. Sorry about this little hiccup. You may notice a change in stuff. Had to answer a phone call. But yeah, we're back to it. We were just filling in the colors, being a little lazy. Wasn't really sure what to do with the wheels because you can't really get a good view of the wheels from here, but we fill in his face. It's a completely white face, but I decided to go with the yellow teeth because I like to give it a little character. Let's see, after that we see some spots. I go looking around, filling in any of the spots I missed, which you could see them if I zoom in. I notice them and I'm like, trying to figure out what colors to go with for the legs and the wheels. I decided like a nice dark gray kind of helps blend it, and then it helps with the texturing process later on. The gold, because I kind of noticed he has like these gold hints in the legs itself, just to kind of give it some flavor. So I noticed this line and I ended up having to erase it and fix it because I was like, wait a minute, that's not supposed to go there. So yeah, now I'm doing the shading. Essentially, I'm trying to figure out that nice red coating, because if you look at pictures of Choo Choo Charles, he has like this weird red tinting around his face that's like, it's blood, but it's also not blood. I tried to figure something out to make it look nice. I was trying very hard to figure it out. Looking through it, I was like, Then I decided to work on the veins in his eyes first to kind of go, okay, well, I'll just do this then. Then I grabbed I sectioned it off so I could fix it, so I could mess with it. Tried some spray paint options and found something I kind of liked. With the soft eraser and using the soft spray paint can in Clip Paint Studio, it kind of blended perfectly together. This was me trying to use different items. I ended up deciding, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna cover the whole thing, and then I'm gonna blend in the colors to make it look not as muddy. but it worked actually, weirdly enough. I actually really liked how it came out. I did the same thing with the teeth, essentially slapping some paint on, different shades of paint, and then mixing it together with the blending tool to kind of give it that nice melted blood look. So here I'm doing texturing. I'm adding like a nice rust feature, which it really worked well with it. The rust feature and then this rock feature, this rocky texture with the legs really pulled it together. I decided to add a glow tool, which is like a weird history thing that it does, while also adding in a nice dark blue background to kind of catch it. Some changes to lighting to kind of show off that light for the thing, and then adding some shadow to wisp to show, hey, this is the source of light. I personally thought it came out really good. I was very happy with it. Essentially, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's about the end of it. I'm adding in the layer, and then I'm adding in the logo, and then I add in like a nice number. I'm still trying to figure out the perfect font to use for my thumbnails, but this works so far, so yeah. That's the end. I hope you guys did enjoy this speed paint. I'm sorry if it's a little chaotic and a little cluttered. I'm doing my best here, but yeah. So next time, expect a different thing. Also, I didn't get a chance to say it in the last video, but the music I'm using for this is called Chill Sakura HZ. It's a copyright free song from I need to pull up the person real quick. I might as well, because there it is. It is done by by Sakura Hearst. Sakura HZ is the name, is the artist. Chill is the song. So if you guys want to go check it out as a nice copyright free song to put over your music, your videos and stuff, I personally like it. It's a nice chill beat, something to listen to while you're listening to me ramble. So expect the next video to be something a little different. We're going to try to do a challenge video or something like that. But till then, stay safe out there, stay spooky, and keep painting. Peace.